Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my Chelsea versus Sheffield Wednesday preview for the game which will be taking place tomorrow at Stamford Bridge in the FA Cup 4th round, with kickoff being at 6 PM UK time. So what I'm going to do to you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly I'll be giving you the team news concerning both sides, and as always I'll be starting off with the home side, which in this case will be Chelsea. Then I'll give you my lineup based on the team news I'm going to give you, and lastly I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I'll be giving you 3 score predictions, which in this case will be my score prediction, Paul Merson's score prediction, and also Mark Lawrence's score prediction, because I've decided that I should go with BBC pundits, with some score predictions from BBC pundits, and obviously Mark Lawrence is a BBC pundit. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So starting off with the Chelsea team news, there are 2 main stories concerning the Chelsea first team, and the first one is to do with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and that is that he could be available for selection should Maurizio Sarri deem him fit enough. Hopefully he starts, because at his age he needs game time, and he is a very talented player. So hopefully he continues to progress at Chelsea. Just bear that in mind, at Chelsea. It would be nice to see him start against Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow, so hopefully he's deemed fit enough, shall I say. And the second story concerning the Chelsea team is to do with Alvaro Morata. I actually had to narrow this down, is because the original story was to do with Alvaro Morata and Victor Moses, but obviously Victor Moses is out on loan. So the the news in which I'm going to give you is that Alvaro Morata is likely to not be considered for selection. I don't know why he's not getting games. Maybe it's because he wants to leave, but I don't know with Alvaro Morata. He hasn't played a game for us in a very long while. But yeah, the second story is that he is likely to not be considered for selection in terms of the entire squad. So yeah, that's it for the Chelsea team news. Getting into the Sheffield Wednesday team news, there are also 2 stories concerning the Sheffield Wednesday first team, and the first one is to do with Fernando Forestieri, and that is that he could return to the starting lineup for the Owls. The second story concerns Matt Penny, and that is that he will miss tomorrow's 4th round tie after having a shoulder operation. So that's it for the team news. Getting into my lineup now, and starting off with the formation as always, it is going to be a 4-3-3 with that deep line playmaker involved. And in terms of the personnel, I couldn't really figure out who to go with. So some of the players are players who started against Tottenham Hotspur on Thursday at Stamford Bridge in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. So if you disagree, then I do apologise. It's just the fact that I couldn't think of any players to put in certain positions, and I'll let you know which positions I couldn't think of. I'll let you know which positions I couldn't find any players for. There we go. So starting off in goal, I've gone with Willy Caballero. I think that Kepa needs to rest. Bearing in mind we do have to travel to Bournemouth on Wednesday, I think it is, and Bournemouth are a very good side, so I think that Kepa needs to rest. Getting into the back 4 now, I've gone with a back 4 from right to left of Davide Zappacosta, Ethan Ampadu, Andreas Christensen and Emerson Palmieri. I've gone with Davide Zappacosta simply because Cesar Azpilicueta needs to rest. He's played far too many games recently. He's barely had any rest, so I think it's the right time for him to get rest. I've gone with Ethan Ampadu simply because he also needs to get game time, and I believe that he can do a job in the centre back positions. In the centre back position. Alongside him, I've obviously gone with Andreas Christensen because I think he the same thing for him. I've gone with him for the same reason as I've gone with. As to why I've gone with Ethan Ampadu. Sorry for stuttering. I did say that I'm still recovering, so forgive me. But yes, I've gone with Andreas Christensen because he also needs game time, and there are rumours that he wants to leave. So it would be good to reassure him a bit, you know. And I've gone with Emerson Palmieri simply because he had an excellent game against Tottenham Hotspur on Thursday. So that's the back 4 out of the way. Getting into the midfield 3, and by the way, I will be giving you a recap. Getting into the midfield 3. I said that 3 times now. I've gone with Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role. Now this is where I've struggled to find players to back Jorginho up, simply because Fabregas has gone and we haven't found a replacement for him yet. But if Fabregas was still here, I'd obviously go with Fabregas. But I've had to go with Jorginho for that reason. Will Maurizio Sarri go with Jorginho? We'll just have to see. But just ahead of him, I've gone with Ross Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now getting into the front three now, I've gone with a front three from right to left of Willian, Gonzalo Higuain, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now Callum Hudson-Odoi has handed in a transfer request, but hopefully Chelsea do something about it, because we cannot let Callum Hudson-Odoi go, because if we do let him go, then we might as well shut the academy down. We were saying this when Charlie Masonda posted that post in which he posted on Instagram. Oh, let me simplify that. We were all raving about how the Chelsea academy players don't ever get any chances to break into the first team, and this happened to Charlie Masonda. We haven't forgotten about him. At least I hope we haven't. And we were all calling for the academy to get shut if he was to leave the club. So hopefully the same thing, or hopefully something similar doesn't happen to Callum Hudson-Odoi, because he is a really good player. And I really do want to see him start tomorrow. He deserves it as well. So to recap the lineup, I've gone with a 4-3-3 because that's Maurizio Sarri's preferred formation. I've gone with Caballero in goal. I've gone with a back four from right to left of David Zappacosta, Ethan Ampadu, Andres Christensen, and Emerson Palmieri. I've gone with a midfield three of Jorginho in that deep line playmaker role, with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ross Barkley just ahead of him. And I've gone with a front three from right to left of Willian, Gonzalo Higuain, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now moving on to the score predictions, and starting off with Paul Merson's score prediction. He has gone with a 2-0 Chelsea win, as he believes that Higuain should get his first start for the club, which would lift the Stamford Bridge crowd, obviously the Chelsea fans. And that he's also gone on to say that he doesn't see Sheffield Wednesday posing any threats. Now moving on to Mark Lawrence's score prediction. He has gone with a 2-1 Chelsea victory, as he can only see one outcome, although he sees that Sarri has had problems in the dressing room recently, but he just can't see Sheffield Wednesday getting through this one. Now moving on to my score prediction, I've gone with a 3-1 Chelsea victory, as I don't think that Wednesday are a bad side at all. They currently sit in 17th place in the Championship, but that doesn't mean that they won't make it difficult for us. I just think that Chelsea will manage to grind this one out and get a place in the FA Cup 5th round, or in other words, the quarterfinals. Hopefully we do it. Like I said, Sheffield Wednesday are not a bad side. I've seen them play against Sheffield United before, and they managed to get a 0-0 draw. But this was last season. I believe they had a different manager then. But we'll just have to see. Hopefully we get the win. Hopefully Maurizio Sarri gives some youngsters some chances. But yeah, like I said already, we'll just have to see. But that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you very soon. Come on, you Blues, and peace. Get yourselves a quarter-final place.